Local music shop is offering free strings to anyone who can tell them what this is. Not even the owner knows what it is. Help a brother out. It is a bizarre fork.
Oh! Maybe it's a string cleaner, or maybe it's used to, like, pry off, like, the nuts that, like, secure it down at the base of the guitar?
No, because there's no way that any of those prongs would grab any nuts, scrotums, or otherwise. Like,
you're not trying hard enough.
Okay, now, first of all, granted, but second of all, like, it doesn't have any ridges in which to grab things. I can't
As
see
an
what this
Adobe
is.
certified fork nut grabber, I can certify that this is indeed for grabbing nuts.
Adobe has a nut grabbing software?
Yeah.
It's a rope wedge spreader for small rope or wire bundles, so it was probably used to separate guitar string.
Or guitar leads.
Or guitar nuts.
Ooh.
Hello everybody and welcome to Kalbus. My name is Lumo and today with me is our good friend Zen.
Who?
And today we are looking at r/WhatisThisThing, a subreddit dedicated to asking about the obscure, the obscene, and the extremely common why don't you know this. I saw these towers in California last weekend in California. You don't say the Californian towers were in California. What a shocking, Headed west a few miles into the Canave state line. There are 3 in this photo and it looks like they are spraying a white substance on the ground.
That's just light the mist. It's a light mist. That's not
Well,
spraying.
Okay, no, in their defense, this is the desert. It doesn't normally rain there, but it looks extremely foggy, so it literally is just the light.
The government's spraying white liquid on my ground. It's conspiracy.
They're putting Corona in the plants.
They're coming on my desert.
Busting this fat nut on the lizards. Solar electric plant. The spray you're seeing is light directed at the collection towers, hitting particles in the air.
Oh, it's for cleaning the solar panels. Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
That's neat. No, that's literally light hitting, like, the towers.
Oh!
That's the towers getting
Alright.
light directed at them from the surrounding area.
Okay, I'm with you.
What are these weird weights that showed up in my hotel room when I was out?
That is complimentary CBT apparatus.
Holy sh- Oh, okay.
Even if I bumbled through that joke, it still hits.
Oh god, dude. No, I've seen videos.
I don't wanna
know. It's called stretching. You tie them around and you go to town dangling down. It makes me frown, man.
Stop. I don't want to know.
Didn't quite tell us to keep this channel like PG.
He never put it in writing, so...
They're fishing weights, by the way.
But why are they in his hotel room? Is it just decoration?
That probably is just decoration. Like, I knew these were, like, some form of recreational weight. I didn't think they were exercise, but I knew that they were, like...
Recreational weights.
Well, I mean, sometimes weights don't always have to be fun. Like, you can pump iron or you can put it on the end of a stick and be like, me get fish. Unga
Okay,
bunga.
everything else is fine. Like, it's just weights. You don't need to add recreational to it. It's so bizarre.
Some weights are fun. Inherited this ornate large pendant. Wall decoration?
Okay, it says large. Can we get a sign? No, that's just a brooch. It looks like a brooch.
Yeah, it's definitely a brooch. It's about a little under a foot long, but you can see where the string has to go here.
This is just like a necklace type thing, yeah.
Yeah, this isn't a question. This is you just being like a
I
brainlet.
I got this little cool thing. What is it?
I inherited a metal circle. It's about the diameter of my finger. What is it? Yeah, I have seen similar pendants.
In Nepal,
And-
being worn by the Sherpa people during the festival of Losar.
This is the people who would wear something of the sort for Losar. Neat.
It's very colorful.
We have learned about a culture today.
Appropriate!
Number 5! Bought a load of old surgeon's tools and need help identifying what they are. Why would you buy them if you didn't know what they were?
Morbid curiosity. Actually, I quite like this question because it's like, I got all this stuff. I know what in the field what it's for, but I don't know what they individually are.
These are gynecologist tools.
Oh, yep, top left. I see it.
Yep. Yep. I want to know what this one is used for in conjunction with these.
Oh, it's a cyst tap. Oh, no.
Is that what that is?
No, I was making that up, but it sounds real.
It sounds real enough to get me. Oh no, dude, this is literally like a gynecologist's tool set. Like this down here. I have seen these in action.
Why have you been to a gynecologist?
I'm a supportive boyfriend.
Oh, that makes more sense. I thought you went for yourself.
I mean, hey man, dominatrixes are all fine, but you never get gaped until you go to the professionals.
This took a weird turn.
Found in a rural part of southern Oregon, not the faintest clue what it is. So what happens is you put an anime girl directly in the center in the entire apparatus.
Stop! No, what? We are not going down that route. That is a cursed thing.
It's a piece of a car wash to ruin the mysticism. I think, at least.
I don't think it is. Possibly, maybe? Because if you look at it, right, it doesn't have any car wash stuff in there, but it seems to have stuff to be picking and supporting things up there. So yeah. I reckon this is a case of it picks up small cars and moves them around for just like general organization in maybe a car lot or like a cargo container.
Maybe, because like you can definitely see the tracks upon which these metal frames would ascend and descend.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like a small scale thing, not like, you know, like you're in like a container yard and whatnot. They have like the gigantic ones. I think this is just for like moving around small vehicles. I'm probably very wrong.
Theory: robot for inspecting rows of seedlings or saplings at a tree farm. If you're in a farming area, I'd say it was corn.
Oh yeah, apparently that's right.
How did this guy know that it's the corn checker?
Maybe he's an avid corn checking fan.
And you know what? I thought that these were just like exposed insulation for some reason. No, that's just a dirty tire. What would you paint with these? A beautiful picture. This is weird. They're staining brushes. They're used in furniture production to keep the assembly line moving quickly. Hit two places at once and cut down on the wasted effort. Okay, that makes sense. This one wasn't fun or sexy. It just looked like some goober attached a brush to the wrong end and went, well, okay, I guess we're gonna go with it then.
I've been playing too much Among Us. It just looked like a fucked up character.
Oh, god damn. Gotta call an emergency meeting. Found in an American hotel room by a friend of my wife. Hotel staff doesn't know.
Baboo.
Belt hanger.
Probably.
I would put money on belt hanger.
Yeah, it's most likely it's definitely a clothes hanger type thing.
Belt or tie. I could see tie.
It might be shoes.
Oh, it could be shoes. Oh, girl, we talking shoes today?
We're talking shoes today.
Talking shoes.
Yay.
Yeah, it's for hanging button-up shirts.
Oh, we were close.
Why is the steam pipeline shaped like this? Why isn't it straight?
It's its own life. It can live it the way it wants.
You trying to say this pipe has something wrong with it because it's got a bend in it, just because it's not as straight?
I'm trying to say it's beautiful the way it is.
Just let things be how they want to be. Why are you judging so harsh?
This is actually, I would bet that this is due to some obstacle that was there before, and it would have taken too much effort to just remove it, but it ended up crumbling naturally, maybe? That'd be my guess.
Oh, I'll tell you what that is. That's probably something to do with a check-in station. So it's off the way. Maybe they had something up there that they could, like, measure shit in there.
Maybe. I would also bet that it's probably something to do with how metal, like, expands and contrasts. Like how bridges have those weird, like, gated sections on them. You know, like the weird teeth to allow for the expansion and contraction of the metal. It's called an expansion loop.
Well, shit, you were right. You right.
I checked the comments before we clicked in.
Oh, come on.
I ruined the game, as it was rigged from the start. Neighbor's house has a weird balcony-like thing in front of his window for a fourth floor. No way a balcony like that would pass regulations, though. So what is it? I know what this is!
That looks like it might just be a clothes rack. Like for safety.
No, it's a widow's watch.
What is that?
Okay, I learned this from funny yellow people on Fox 25, the Samson. Basically, what it is when sailors go out to sea way back in the day, there was no promise that they would ever return. This house looks kind of aged. I don't know how old it is, but basically what would happen is they would install something like this outside of a window that the wife could get to, so she could look out to sea and see if her hubby was returning. Basically, they would stay up there and wait for their husbands to return, and sometimes they never did.
Yeah, it's really grim. No, because, alright, that looks so rickety that if the widow is waiting, that potential widow is waiting there, what if they came back and they found that their wife had just fallen off of this rickety thing? Now they're the widow.
We didn't think a lot of things through back in the before times, and when I say the before times, I mean the before we had any common sense and self-preservation times. Brass metal cup with straight handles, no holes, so not a strainer. I know what this is as well.
Okay, if you know what it is, let me take a guess. Either that's like a shot measuring cup, or it's like a steaming thing.
So it's either a steaming thing, but it's so ornate that my mind is like, this is used in church to make candles on water.
Oh, make those Jesus candles.
You put like a candle in the center and you burn it and you put it with like the blood of Christ, aka grape wine, as opposed to that apple wine that everyone's making. They're not at all. But you basically put like a small like tea candle or something in there, so there would be some sort of illumination in the blood of Christ. That's just the theory. The game theory. Thanks for watching.
We've both got our theories. Let's see what it is.
It's a specific type of jiggler for measuring alcohol called a tipping measure.
Not a jiggler?
A jigger. I like jiggler more.
Okay, so yeah, it's like a shot measurer for drinking. I was closest! In your face!
I wanted to believe in Jesus today.
Take a shot for Jesus if you cry every time. We should charge money for solving these kind of mysteries.
We should. It takes a lot of effort to read the comments.
Modern day Scooby-Doo.
Any ideas, guys? Made out of crystal. It was dug up in London 60 to 70 years ago. It did have rubies in the eyes. What is this thing?
Do not bleed on it. That's how we get vampires.
But, if you do bleed on it, maybe become a vampire.
I am 100% sure this is a frickin' cursed object.
Yeah, no, I don't like the fact that it's got scary, mouth.
Scary mouth.
Just scary mouth. It just has scary mouth.
Scary mouth.
Oh, it's this made is the way in which this is made definitely Mughal.
Mughal.
Oh, okay, I can kind of see this.
No, yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, I can see it. I like that. I like that it's just a bracelet charm.
Gotta accessorize.
I have lived in this house for 3 years and still don't know what this tiny compartment above the study room door is. Anyone know? It's a 1930s era house in the north of England.
Alright, okay, as resident UK British man here, I think I should take the lead on this one.
Okay.
It's one of two things, I would reckon. One is it used to be an air vent that went between the two rooms, but they filled it in, and now they just use it as a little cubby hole. Or two, it's just a little cubby hole to store things in above.
Why would you need to store things in above?
I mean, let's face it, some of the houses over here, they're not exactly very spacious, so you gotta put things where you can and be clever with your storage situation. So, I mean, if you've got space above a doorway, why not?
That's true, that's fair. I thought, because I said I went to the study and it's an old house, I'd be willing to bet that it was like, I would go with your vent option.
In the house that I grew up in, there was like small vents that went through from one room to the other in pretty much all the bedrooms into the hallways.
What I was saying though is I think it definitely is probably that, and they just filled it in because it was in the study, and I would imagine that whoever was in there was smoking a pretty sick pipe. Probably didn't want to get hotboxed. And that's all the time we have here today on Kalbus. If you like this, make sure to subscribe and leave a like, and maybe even share it with a friend who needs to know exactly what this bizarre bioluminescent glass bulb is.
What?
Light bulbs.
Oh, it's a light bulb.
Exactly. If you want more r/WhatisThisThing, there'll be another one popping up in just a couple of seconds. But until then, my name has been Luma. With me has been my good friend Zen.
Don't vape.
And as always, we hope to see you in the very next episode.
Have a great rest of your day.